Hello there, and welcome to a very special episode 20 of the In Between Podcast with your host, as always, Tom Mclemore. Let's go ahead and get things started. Hello there, and thank you for joining us for a very special 20th episode of the In Between Podcast. Nobody thought we'd make it this far and see how far we'll go from here. But yeah, 20 episodes in the bank. This is number 20 in Espanol. But thank you so much for being here on this landmark episode. Not that big a deal, but hey, if you don't sing your own praises, who will? But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here another week. Ooh, almost forgot. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. Definitely helps the podcast keep going. It keeps the channel alive. Keeps everybody here mouths full of food. Not really, but we appreciate all the support. Thank you for any likes, comments, subscriptions. It's all good here at the In Between Podcast. How's everybody doing out there? How are you guys? How am I? Oh, I'm fine. Have you guys seen the new Top Gun yet? Because it seems to be pretty universally loved by everybody. I've seen it myself. I don't want to go too deep into it because I'm actually saving up all my good stuff for the review. I'm trying to organize my brain, try to get that filmed up and edited this weekend so I can get it out before Top Gun's been out since the original one, before it's been out for 30 years before my review gets out. But yeah, I can give you the quick review. It's awesome. There you go. Go see it. Tom Cruise does not miss. Go see it and enjoy. I've actually been going out of my way to try to find somebody who doesn't like it, and I'm not successful. I can't even find somebody who was like, it was alright. Everybody's like, fucking loved it, dude. Fucking incredible. Fucking Tom Cruise, bro. He's back, baby. Was he ever really gone? But yeah, got that Top Gun review coming out soon, so look forward to that. But yeah, have you guys ever, that's what I really wanted to talk about, is when was the last time you guys went to the theater with like your assigned seating and everything? Am I the only one with like horrible luck when it comes to that kind of stuff? Like you get your assigned seating and then like there's somebody in your seat. Has that ever happened to you? Because it's happened to me multiple times. You'd think it would be an extremely rare thing to happen because you're picking assigned seats. So why would you sit anywhere else than the seat that you picked yourself? Well, yeah, it happens more often than you would think, and it seems to only happen when I'm like by myself and like stoned out of my mind, so I don't really want to interact with anybody. But yeah, so I've done plenty of solo trips to the theater. I actually don't mind it going solo bolo. Actually, don't mind it at all. Actually, go see whatever movie I want. If there's a movie that nobody wants to see but me, then like, who cares? I'll go see it solo bolo all day. I don't mind it at all. What I do mind is that having to interact with anybody, especially in a confrontational way, like, hey, you're in my seat. What's going on here? Because I've noticed, I've come to the understanding that the more I smoke a blow. How did they do it? I can't remember what call it. You want to smoke a joint? Or like something like that. The more I smoke, the more I... Oh, there it is. The more I smoke a bow, the more I get very, like, antisocial and, like, kind of get, like, anxiety and, like, I don't want to, like, be around anybody. And when I'm going solo bolo to the movie theaters, I tend to want to be, like, as high as possible. So I'm also at, like, peak, don't talk to me, just leave me alone, let me go to my seat. I know where my seat is, I can find it, just leave me alone. And the last time it happened... What did I see? Was it Men or something? I can't remember, but I remember, like, being stoned out of my mind, and, like, I'm going to the theater, and I got, like, E11 or F9 or whatever the fuck my seat is. So I'm going, like, walking up, and it's like, all right, D, E, F, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's somebody in my seat. And so, like, in slow motion, I'm like, I see that there's somebody there, and now, simultaneously in my brain, I have to, like, transition from, like, the rage of like, why the fuck is this piece of shit? Because, let's be honest here, there's only really two reasons why you should not be in your seat that you picked out. One, you are a absolute moron who is like, where do I want to sit? Let's see, I'll sit at J7. And then what, like, did you go in there and like you don't like the way J7 feels? You're like, fuck it, I'll just sit wherever. So either option A, you're a complete moron and like don't understand how assigned seatings work, or option 2, you're just a dick who is just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sit wherever. Because now you're creating like the chain, right? So I'm going in like there's somebody in my seat. If I had been like completely sober, I probably would be like, hey, like with my phone, like, you're in E11, that's my ticket, that's my seat, E11, why are you sitting there? But because I'm like very high and don't want to talk to anybody, I see that someone's in the seat and I'm just like, fuck. So now I have to like sit a little bit further down, like enough space where like I'm away from these people I don't want to be around, but then also like kind of like, where I can still kind of see the screen. I don't want to be like way on the corner. And then to add to the joy of like the whole moment is that I get to sit there and like every time someone comes around the corner to enter the theater, I'm like, fuck, is this the person whose seat I just stole because that dick over there stole my seat? And so like I got this like whole anxiety through the whole previews, through the whole like at least like 10 minutes of the movie when people start like, when they stop shuffling in. But basically every time someone turns the corner, I'm like, fuck, here we go. They're going to come up to me and be like, hey, why are you sitting in my seat? And then I got to go, well, because that piece of shit over there is sitting in my seat. And turn, like, of course, this would probably only happen like when the movie's like actually going and playing. So it's like I can't see the beginning of the movie and can't have my seat either. But yeah, and then the other thing that happens is like when you go and like there was another time like I purposely like picked, all right, like there's maybe like 3 or 4 people in the theater. They're kind of like middle laning it. I remember it was like for a movie I had already seen before. I was going to review again, so I had to get ready for the review. So I purposely like picked off to the right, like so I'd be off by myself and like I'll be away from everybody, and like I don't really care about sitting perfectly center because I've seen it already. I just want to kind of sit to the side. So thinking I would be all by myself on the side, and then you finally get to your seat, and it's like your seat, and then like 2 dudes like perfectly next to you, and it's like, what the hell, man? What the hell? When I was picking tickets, which wasn't that long ago, there was plenty of seats available, and visually looking around, I can tell this isn't going to be a full theater. There's still plenty of seats you could have picked, but you picked the one right next to me. So now I gotta like sit next to this fucking stranger, this not just stranger, but this dick who was like, nah, I'm not gonna sit in my own like personal space. I want to be next to that guy that's clearly by himself, because it shows you like the other seats, it shows you the other seats that are taken already. So it's like, I'm sitting there, somebody's sitting there, but you're cool just fucking cuddling up next to me. Like, the fuck, man? I'm trying to watch goddamn Doctor Strange alone here. Like, leave me alone. But yeah, it happens. You go to the and like, there's so many things in the theater that can set me off, like people using their phone or like people talking, and like just like so many little things where I'm just like, what the fuck is the matter with you? But yeah, it's still fun to go to the theater. I would still pick going to the theater over a lot of stuff. Like, it's great to have the big screen, you got the surround, and now you go to like 4DX and shit. Like, I've been on 4DX. I've only been on it once, is when I went to go see the old original Matrix, but I think I might have to go see motherfucking Top Gun, because god damn, some of those jets and stuff would be amazing with my seat fucking Tom Cruise, holy shit. Water and wind, it's beautiful. I can feel the G-forces. Somehow they did gravity to just fucking like it's crushing you in your seat. My popcorn. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the In Between Podcast. We've made it all the way to 20, and let's see if we can get another 20 under our belt. Thank you again for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. And we thank you so much for tuning in for another week, and we'll see you next time. I am your host, as always, Kyle Mclemore, and we'll see you next time on the pub.